Libra, welcome to your hopes, fears, and reality spread. As per usual, you can click right on that description box below, and it will talk about the significance of the spread as well as the placement of each card. Here we go. That's interesting to have in your hopes. It's almost like you just want to stop the effort of juggling a situation and trying to balance everything out, even if it means a missed opportunity. To me, this seems like you're looking for a sense of reprieve. Like, you're like, I understand that this wonderful possibility is right here, but I'm really focused on all the times I thought these wonderful possibilities existed and they turned out not to be what I wanted anyway. I have been juggling and moving through the dance of change for so long that I just I just want to be still. Can the change just stop for a moment? Even if it means I miss an opportunity. I just want to be in the moment and not have to deal with all the energy shifting around me at the time. It's a very interesting hope. It's like you're hoping for stillness. And I can see why. There's a lot of conflict here. But what I'm getting from this is an inner conflict. There might be external conflict, that's true. But it's almost like this has been. Oh, I see. Libra, you're in a state of mind that I like to call the coulda, shoulda, wouldas. So it's almost like you feel like you can't get past something because you keep rolling it around in your mind. Like you keep playing it over and over, and you think to yourself, well, if I had done it this way, would it be better? If I had done it that way, would it be better? Next time it happens, could I do it this way, or can I change? If it can I go back? Can I fix the problem? So that's your anxiety right now. Not even like your fear. The anxiety that you have is that you do actually want to change the situation, but you recognize what's happened has happened. There's a form of acceptance that you need to get to, but you keep playing it back in your head, wishing you could have done it better. Hence the shoulda, coulda, wouldas. So you're hoping for stillness and quietness, and you have anxiety because of the shoulda, coulda, wouldas. The reality of the situation is that you are starting to get over the initial hurt of the situation. Okay? However, the Hierophant in a modern sense is about a group or an institution. Okay? So it's as you move out of this painful situation, as you start to see the necessity of it too, because the Three of Swords in the inverse is sometimes recognizing that uncomfortable situations are sometimes necessary, but it's learning to grow from them that really counts. The problem is this institution or this group or your tribe is still not at your level of understanding why these things are happening. So it's almost like you're put in a situation where you have a vantage point. How do I say it? You recognize that you need to accept what's actually happening, even though it's difficult, even though it's uncomfortable. But the rest of the group is not with you in that process. They're all still trying to make it better for themselves. And you're just like, you know what? We just have to accept what happened and move forward. Someone here was very hurt, and I don't know if this is you or the other person. So you could be in your shoulda, coulda, wouldas because you hurt somebody else. Or you're in your shoulda, coulda, wouldas because you yourself got hurt. But the energy that you're dealing with that got hurt um, kind of overstepped. How do I put it? The person who did the hurting, okay, was trying to bring truth to the situation because the Queen of Swords in the upright, she speaks the truth. Okay, she gets down to the facts, and not everybody likes the Queen of Swords in the upright because when that person is truthful and open and honest, it's not going to be pretty for everybody all the time. You know, a lot of the times it's helpful and it's intended to be constructive, but when somebody doesn't understand that that's the point, people do get their feelings hurt a lot by somebody who just, spits out, this is a fact, this is what happened, this is why we're here, this is, the Queen of Swords in the inverse is kind of somebody who pops off when they didn't intend to. Maybe somebody who only sees their own truth and presents their own truth as fact. Okay? So what I get from these two together is there was a path that was chosen by the person who did the hurting. And that person honestly intended to help the situation. But in the process, they themselves got agitated and they said some things that were very, very hurtful to the other person. And what they did was they put themselves out in the cold when they didn't intend to. So there was some conflict here between you and somebody else. And what you want to do is you just want stillness and peace and quiet and reprieve. You want to be able to step away from it and get out of your head because you're very, very conflicted on I should have, could have, would have, if I had done it different, so on and so forth. You recognize the necessity of feeling the way you feel means that there's something in you that needs to change. But you wonder, does the other person recognize what in them they need to change? Because ultimately, either this person hurt you and never intended it, or you hurt them and you never intended it. But when somebody got hurt, they put the other person out in the cold. It was just too much. Libra, I hope you found I'm going to pull two more cards. I know we're getting kind of long here, but... Oh, shit. So we have the Seven of Swords, and we have the Ten of Swords. This is about strategizing, but it can also be about manipulation. And this can often be... And the beautiful thing about tens is, yes, they are endings, but they are also new beginnings. So the Ten of Swords can often be about the death of an idea. And what I see here with the two of these together it's kind of like you want to put an end to what is perceived as manipulative behavior. What you wanted to do was to show somebody, or what they wanted to do was to show somebody, how do I say it? I'm trying to find the best way to say it. The conflict itself came about because somebody wanted to expose some manipulative behavior. And they wanted to put an end to the conflict that stems from this kind of behavior. Now, I don't know if this is just a strategy that somebody didn't understand or if this was actually somebody being underhanded. But keep in mind that we manipulate our environments every day. So, if you want a raise or a promotion at work, you go in and you play the political game and you try a little harder and you take on more tasks. That's you manipulating your environment. So when I say manipulation, I don't necessarily mean that it has a negative connotation. It could for some. It depends how this reading resonates with you. But the thing is there was a person or persons who got involved in this conflict who was trying to get things done in a particular way, all right? And the other person came in and put an end to the ability for that person to do that. That's where the conflict started. And it ended with somebody getting their feelings hurt and then turning around and shutting that other person out. You see growth potential in the discomfort of this interaction. But you wonder if the other person does too. Libra, I hope you found a message that serves your highest good. This is a tough one, and I'm hesitant to pull more cards because it's a general read, so to pull more cards into the other energy isn't very practical. But it sounds to me like a grown-up conversation has to be had, and there needs to be some time that passes before this can be had. Both people need space. Both people need perspective before you can come back together to resolve this. I hope you found a message that serves your highest good, and I'll see you next time.